design lovers, we just wrapped up our elevated entertaining panel discussion today, and attendees were invited to a real treat. They were invited to come over and see these beautiful vignettes that some of the designers on the panel created. And first up, I'm going to talk to Dan and Abby from Bureau of Interior Design about their elevated Mexican dining room. Take it away, Dan.
We wanted to do something that was layered but approachable. And this was inspired by my travels to Mexico, specifically Oaxaca. Oaxaca is an amazing food scene, and we bought some of the stuff in Oaxaca, brought it back, and it's really influenced how we're entertaining and cooking, and we're emphasizing more elevated Mexican cuisine. And this is a runner we got in Mexico City. The cacti are from my home. That's another tip, is we've got flowers on the table, but you can use plants, you can use leaves. Anything organic will add that special touch that flowers do without having to be just specifically about a vase of flowers. And Abby and I worked on this for a couple of days, and I'll let Abby say some words.
Yeah, I think this design of this table really captures both of our tastes. The great blend of modern and colorful, and then also with the silverware a little bit more traditional and antique. We also have some candle holders that are very antique inspired. And I just feel like the blend of modern and colorful with antique really helps ground it and feel very inviting and welcoming for guests.
Very cool. And Dan, one thing I always noticed from the pictures you had and the panel discussion, knife rests seem to be a big thing. Tell me your thoughts on knife rests.
I love knife rests. I've got several sets at our home. They are part of the jewelry of the table.
Oh, yeah.
And there's something that not everyone has encountered, so it's also a conversation starter. So people will sit down at our table when we have a nice sit down at our house and start asking about them, and then we pull out the other sets, and they get entertained by it. It's the jewelry, much like the napkin holders, the place card holders, the knife rest. It's those little layers of touches that we love doing because it starts conversation.
And next up, we have Alexis Elley from Textures Design. She did a living room space and kind of like a girls' night in theme. Alexis, tell me a little bit about your inspiration behind this space.
So basically, I wanted to create a warm and inviting environment to have the girls over, have a beautiful meal, drink some wine, but have it feel a little bit more relaxed, a casual, elegant evening where you're not necessarily sitting at your dining room table. So we decided to use the coffee table as the dining space, where we set place settings, beautiful floral, more casual, sit on the floor, pull up a chair, kind of an entertaining environment.
Very cool. Now the florals, did you arrange those yourself or did you?
I wish I could take credit for these. I did not. I found some beautiful inspiration pictures, and then I used Steph from Faunal Floral. He's absolutely incredible. He made this gorgeous arrangement for me.
Very cool. And just tell me a little bit about the place setting.
So these are all of my personal items that I used. Cool. The silver is the Audubon collection from Tiffany's, and I wanted, again, to have that elevated, entertaining look. So we wanted to bring out the good silver. I'm a big fan of layering napkins. So you can see there's 2 napkins inside.
Oh, wow.
I love using napkin rings. It's like jewelry. I think it's super fun. And then obviously the crystal, the place setting, everything. It just kind of came together with the colors of the furniture that I chose.
Well, very nice. And yeah, thanks again for doing it.
Thanks for having me.
And last but certainly not least, we have our moderator today, Arthur White, who designed a harvest table, but very different than last year's. So tell me a little bit about this year's inspiration behind this table.
So this table is called Buffet After the Hunt. And so I would always see these fantastic movies where you see folks coming back from the hunt in their red coats and their hats. And so I was trying to think, what could I do differently this year? So I thought, let's do that particular theme. I attempted to sort of be inspired by Ralph Lauren, that kind of feel with plaids, a very masculine look with horses and deer and elk, that sort of thing. And so that was kind of my inspiration. Of course, blue and white, always Ralph Lauren as well, another, one of his staples.
Very cool. And it was brought up during the talk, but
yes.
can you just reiterate again, something like this? How long does it take to put this type of a table together?
This table took me a little while, only because I work very slowly. I'm not sort of like, I have to sort of play with things and see what works or what doesn't. So it took a couple of hours, certainly, to pull this together. But I thought about who I was going to use plaids. I knew I was going to bring in different sort of linens that I was going to use underneath. So I kind of knew what I was going to do, just trying to arrange it into a way that looks inviting and interesting and colorful and balanced.
All right, and then last but not least, looks like a little side table for serving.
Yeah, just a little drinks there. Once again, the horse theme, which is kind of runs through the entire look. And so, we have a few champagne flutes for little refreshments on the side table here.
Well, very cool. Well, thanks again, Arthur. Everyone loved the event. I heard nothing but praise from everyone out there. And yeah, if you actually want to watch the full recording, we'll be posting that on our MDC's YouTube channel as well. So look forward to watching that, and hopefully we can have you back for another event again.
Thank you so much, Craig.